Oh, what's going on, guys? We're back, and if you look at the mini-map, we are kind of in the middle of an ocean of lava, which we've turned into a squid farm. Unfortunately, for the squids to actually spawn, you have to stay here, so that's just got back from being AFK, just hanging out here. But I've got everything getting transferred into this triple black ender chest for everybody. But it's kind of one of those things that needs to be filled in constantly, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, this is the hole that we made from our advanced pumps, and we implemented a fix onto the server to kind of deal with some of the lag that we were getting. We still get a lot of lag, but let's see if you can see it here. Some of the spots that haven't been loaded, the lava actually self-corrects itself now. You can see parts of it pointing at the screen, like you guys can see where my hand's at. But there's little bits and pieces that self-correct themselves now, and lava will actually flow normally as intended, rather than all buggy and crap like it does. So it'll correct itself and end up looking like some of these pumps over here, where it's just a straight line down rather than the blotchy mess that there is. But as you can see, I updated the pump system here. Um, so we're using energy tesseracts now, and I wonder if these things are... They shouldn't be empty, but there's nothing getting pumped through right now. That kind of bugs me. And they're all the way down there, but they should still be pulling lava in. I think. I don't know. But I've got four of those pumps running, and then I've got two of the advanced pumps running. And you can kind of see they're starting to do their thing, but this stuff's laggy. The jetpack's almost out, so we're gonna head back home. So, replaced all of the lights here with the inverted Zycor, or all the flooring with Zycorodite lights, the inverted ones. So we've got red for our lava room. I moved the sorting system up top, which there's really no good way to get to yet. We're going to fix it with something, though, sometime soon. But it's all set up here. I've now got the Zycorodite shards going through into this furnace and back into the sorting system. That's one of the benefits of having these item tesseracts, is that I can tell them both to just go to the sorting system. Finished the second floor here, and I have an aerial faith plate that kind of sort of works sometimes. You kind of walk onto it, and it throws you up here. And this is where we're going to be working today. Here's the Mistcraft stuff. And over here, we've got our tree room. And now I'm really, well, aside from me breaking everything, I'm really liking the not having the lights on the ceiling in here. It gives it a very forest temple type feel. So I like that. But I went ahead and set up some more farms, as you can see, obviously. The way you set up these farms differently is you have to put in intricate circuits, and you put in something for each one. So there's different materials designed for each different type of thing that you want to do. So these are all set to reeds. You can actually split them up so that one side is reeds, one side could be cactus, one side could be rubber trees, and one side could be normal trees, and it would all function normally. So that's kind of really neat. They don't really need to take up as much space as they are. But that's all on the forestry wiki. It tells you everything that you need. But you definitely need to have one of these thermiotic fabricators, because one of them's tin, one of them's iron, one of them's gold, one of them's rubber. So it's just kind of, you make the penises out of the metal or the rubber or whatever, and you put the redstone in, and it works. So it's awesome. Um, so what are we doing today? Well, today, this is new too, I think. This is a Lapatronic charge pad that's terrible. It's absolute waste of everything that we've ever used, ever, period. Um, it's absolutely terrible to try and charge your stuff with. Very slow, and I don't have the time to stand here. So I'm going to drop it into the... Oh, that's something else that broke. So let's go over the next thing that you don't want to do in Minecraft. So you see this industrial TNT that we make here, that we use for this implosion compressor, that we have a whole bunch of iridium alloy in. Um, the thing with this is it functions like the old TNT, so if you accidentally plop it down, like, oh, let's say right here, and you hit it to try and break it, it starts to glow and blows up everything in this area. It's got quite a devastating blast radius, but it actually didn't destroy any of the casings, which, thank God. So, what are we doing? Since I keep avoiding the subject, like always. Well, we have several things that we're doing. First thing, we're kind of working on getting chrome and titanium and stuff, enough for the fusion reactors, the fusion coil and whatnot. It takes a very long time. I have all the materials in here now, it's just a matter of getting it all smelted. Um, so we can't do fusion yet. Fusion's definitely going to be done soon though. Um, I want to show you guys something neat that I found that I've been doing. So I went through and I'm transferring all of the Zykuridite shards into these because they're easier to transverse from one to the other than it is to go from that to that. It's easier to just go backwards because you can just put them in your inventory, click, and it's done. But anyway, so if you pick this up with a portal gun, which once you start Mistcraft stuff, they're really easy to find. You can just drop it, and it keeps its inventory. The same thing with chests. So like I moved all the chests in here. It looks beautiful though, like really nice. This is probably going to get changed though because I'd rather have all the books and Mistcrafty type stuff over here. In here, so we'll kind of set up like a little bookshelves and things like that here. Um, and then whatnot. But again, I'm able to use this book because of the link modifier. So we used its old recipe, gave Ko the materials for it, and he spawned one in for us. Because the recipe is still there, or the item is still there, but it's not able to be crafted anymore. So it's one of those big things that really helps out with Mistcraft stuff, because if not, I would just be carrying around a book full of canvas bags back here and just dropping them every time I went somewhere, and that's just not practical. So we made a canvas bag. Canvas bags are the shit. So I can use this canvas bag to put all of my crappy materials that I'm not using right now into here. And yeah, the only thing is you can't take it out of your inventory or else it just drops it. So that's a bit bad. What else? What else have we done? There's so much stuff. I need to stop doing so much when we're not on. I upgraded my diamond drill and put efficiency 5 and fortune 3. The efficiency doesn't really help it, so that's not necessary. But having it on this rock cutter does. This is an Emperor's Chalice. What it does is it allows you to place infinite source blocks. I think we looked at that last time, so I'm not real concerned about that one. It's real easy to craft too. So if we can get the recipe. Is it not going to show up there? I don't see it. There it is, Emperor's Chalice. So gas tiers, emeralds, gold. Yep, fun. Oh, so let's see here. I'm going to make a whole bunch of these because this is part of our project. Now it doesn't have to be this. I'm going to make a another. Or I'm going to make a. Might as well tell you now, since we're almost here. We're going to make some mob traps today. So we have our soul forge here, and I've been a little bit busy with collecting soul shards. So I've got one for pretty much everything that's useful. I don't know if you can get bats, but I think bats are the only one that I would be missing if I could get bats. Because I have fire bats, though, and not the StarCraft fire bats, the actual fire bats in here that are just a pain in the ass. And some soul cages. The soul cages are crafted like so. Soul shards are crafted like so. And you get one for each kill. Now let me show you guys something neat you can do with this. So if you make a vile sword, which we made in the last, or in my Minecraft one that I was playing around with, the vile sword, which is just the corrupted stuff. If you take that and put it in an uncrafting table, so if you enchant Soul Stealer 4 onto it and put it into an uncrafting table, you can replace the parts from the vile ingots and replace them with diamond, and it keeps that enchantment, which is awesome. So I think I've got one in my canvas bag. If we look, the diamond sword was Soul Stealer 4. I mean, this thing is a monster sword. So yeah, really fun things you can do with that. So let's get on to it. So how do these shards work and whatnot and everything else? Um, so the first things first, we're going to want to set up a spawning platform for them. Now, I don't know how high we want to do this. We're probably going to do it too high. And I don't know what the radius is on them. But let's just assume that it's like an 7 by 7. Does that sound right? 7 there, so 7 by 7. That looks good enough. I'd be okay with that. And then let's do like 7 high. So this will be the actual floor here. And then so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna do them about that tall. I think that's what we'll do. They should probably actually be like 8 long, but oh well. So let's go make a bunch of these really easily, because I love me some fabricators. How many more can I hold? 2? 1. Okay. Here. There we go. Awesome. And we'll come over here and we'll replace one of these recipes. Now that's the other thing we did. We should probably look at that. So, to kind of negate with some of the stealing and stuff that was happening, I'll have to give Keen some cobble. Um, but no, I had to set up a force field so that people weren't coming in and stealing stuff, because we make a lot of UU matter, like a ton. And this is bad. I need to figure out what's going on with the lava. Why it's not working. I'll probably just have to move the pumps somewhere else. Either that or someone went and shut off all my pumps. That would be really shitty. Without telling me, I'd be real upset with that. But anyway, that's another reason we're trying to get fusion, is I want to get away from the lava, because I'd really only like to have one pump powering this, and that'd be it. No, but anyway, so we've got all of this UU, making stuff with it, and I don't want people coming in and taking it, because some of it has gone missing, and people on the server have UU without having matter fabricators. So it's just a mess there. But so let's. I've never done anything with the Soul Shards mod, aside from us trying to set up a blaze farm. You know, I know how to get the things, but not necessarily do anything with them. Okay, so there's some more zirconium blocks. The more we use this stuff, the closer we get to not having to throw it away. That's kind of the reason why I'm doing it this way. But now, if I'm not mistaken, water flows 8 blocks So I think the first thing we're going to want to set up with this is I'm going to set up an XP one. So I'm going to set up one specifically for XP. And we'll see how things go from there. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to need to have 8. So if we do that... Okay. Now, maybe I should throw this out one more. That's the only bad thing about the Emperor's Chalice is you actually have to pick things up. If I put it out one more, then it's going to kind of cramp how much space that we've got. Because the mobs are going to fall here. So I don't think that that's an option. Trying to make compact mob traps just doesn't work. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Because there really should be 8. There really should be 8. So we need to figure out what we're going to do about that. I could set them up. See, if we do it like this... I don't know. Didn't really think this one through all the way. But that's not out of the ordinary. Because if we do 8, we got, what, 7 here? So it's going to be 1 off. That's so ugly. What if we... Oh, let's see. We could do 9. 9 might work. If we do another one out this way. Another one out this way. And then... we could go up from here. But we still need to go out one more, right? Because of the water. Nope. We need to go out 2 more because of the water. Damn it. So that leaves us a 2 wide area. Maybe this one should just be the blaze trap. That might work. Yeah, that'll work. We'll set this one up for blazes, because I just need something that's powering blaze rods. Then we're going to set up our own sorting system over here. This is going to be a big work in process thing until we get closer to done. Yeah, so we're going to want to do something like this. Fill all this in. Let's see here, though. So that puts everything into the center block here. So the blazes will all come into here, and then they die. I like it. That seems to work good. I feel like that's a little big. Well, I'm going to go look at the spawn one, so I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, we're back. And this should be fine. I don't see this being a problem right now. Not for this thing at least. So let's go ahead and finish this guy off. We're going to fill in this wall here. That should do a good job of being our back wall. And then we'll put everything up top here. We should have a central point, though, that we decide to place the spawner at. Use some kind of different block there for the switch. And then eventually get some red alloy wire going, and we can, that's probably one of the things I'll work on, is getting up some red alloy wire and setting it up so that we can, turn things on or off if we need to. Let's see, though. I don't know if this spot in the middle has to be clear. I mean, it wouldn't be clear unless we made this a lot bigger, and it's just not going to be feasible to make this thing a lot bigger. I mean, without wasting a very large portion of space. The other thing that we could do, theoretically, a lot of the mobs that I have are going to be drop mobs. So, like, I mean, let's put all the drop mobs down there. Chickens will not be a drop mob. Sheep will. Slimes, probably not. Slimes will be a drown mob. Zombie pigmen can be a drop mob. Creepers are drop mobs. Zombie villagers are not. But I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. Ghast are not. Spiders can be. Angry zombies can be. Wither skeletons cannot be. Enderman can be. Magma cubes cannot. Cave spiders can. Fire bats cannot. Cows can be. Witches can be. Blazes cannot. Skeletons can, though. And zombies can. So, this is the one that we're working on now, so we might as well get that one ready. Yeah, so all these up here can actually just go into one spawner for the most part. Well, all these ones down here on top of where I mixed up everything from there back, I think can be drop mobs. Right? So, all of these back here can be drop mobs. So that leaves us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 monsters that we can just drop. So, theoretically, we could have this floor. We could start a new floor here and have this floor just be where all the drop mobs come down to and die. But we'd have to get this thing being a lot more powerful to push us up that far. It's already slightly inaccurate as it is. I wouldn't want to try and see it go any higher. But anyway, let's fill this in. We can at least test this and get something going for this episode while I continue to work on fusion for the next one. I think that's the goal, is fusion for the next episode. Because like I said, we're still getting a lot of lag, and we thought it was from the lava, but we implemented that fix. It didn't really help much. I mean, it helped significantly when we implemented the fix, but there's still a lot of lag, and that's what we're trying to figure out right now, me and Beer, because we think that there's a good chance that there's someone that's, well, I know that there's someone that's running a 50 turtle sorting machine. And not that it's bad, it's just, you know, we need to figure out if that's the cause now, because if there's someone running 50 turtles and someone else running 20, if that's 70 turtles running a while loop, which for people who don't know programming, and for what little I know of programming, while loops are very bad because they're constantly checking. So you say, while this is true, do this. So it sits there and goes, is this true? No. Is this true? Yes. Okay, I'm going to do my thing. Is this true? No. Is this true? Yes, I'll do my thing. Or just even like an if statement. You know, if this is in front of me, attack it. So like the turtles that we're probably going to use for our machines up here for killing the, so I don't know how this works. I don't know if you combine them or if I put down the shard and then I click the thing into it or what. So let's see how this works. So let's punch a hole in here. So let's put down that soul cage. Let's put the souls. Huh, that's weird. I didn't think they would spawn right away. That works, anyway, at least. So that should turn it off now, then. Yeah, I'm down here, guys. You should stand in the water. Okay. So see, all the blaze rods are just going to form in the middle there. And as they form in the middle, we'll have an obsidian pipe or something there to pick them up and send them into a sorting machine. Either that or I could have a transposer, but then that would require a redstone pulser. So let's turn that back on, make sure that works, that function cooperates. It does. Beautiful. They can't see anything, they just stand there in the middle, take their damage, and drop blaze rods down. So, that works then. I don't have to do much else with that. We just need to have the sorting thing here. And I could actually clean that up, and I could put the water, or I could put the things in there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do this because, like, obviously I need to have, since we're making it out of the blue Zycuridite, it has to be, is that what they're called? Blue Zychromium. So since we're doing it out of the blue Zychromium, I can't make panels out of it, and I can't use the facades with it. So it has to be like it is now, so that I can have the obsidian pipe in the middle and the bottom one run out from this bottom point into our sorting system, which will probably be somewhere on this wall. And then we'll have another trap over here that will possibly be the gas. But I think that'll work. I think if we put the next floor up here and we leave a gap back here, and this will be where all the big mobs spawn and fall, because they'll probably want to fall. This is 127 down to 86. That's a 40-something block fall. That would work perfectly. We can have that just go all the way up, and the monsters just fall and die. And then all their stuff gets sorted into, like, we'll set up like barrels here, like just along the sides. And then we can come in here and grab the stuff whenever we need it. Something else I want to start working on eventually is using routers to sort things, because we could actually stack barrels then instead of having to have this pipe facade in the middle. We can actually stack the barrels and try and do that, but I have never played with routers before, so I don't know if I'd want to do that or not. But not like it would be, I wonder if it would work over here better. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe we could try routers over here, and if I like the routers, we could give it a shot. But now this appears to work fine. They seem to spawn inside their thing. They're spawning really slow though for being, well, okay, never mind, I lied. We also need to get wither set up, but we could do that on the second floor if we set up a wither. And what was the other thing that we needed to kill stuff for? Chickens, slimes. Well, slimes we could just do drowning traps. That's not real difficult. That'll be real easy. That could be the third floor. Um, Gas we can do on this second floor. We can just set up some turrets to do that. Fire bats I'm not going to use, period. Same thing with the zombie villagers. Those just aren't being used. Um, so we just need the withers and probably, I mean, withers are probably it, honestly. Withers and then chickens, but because the rest of these things I'm just going to drop from the sky. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and work on getting that set up. That's going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to take a lot of my blue stuff. But I'm going to work on getting, a very high drop trap set up and seeing if we can get that working. So, be back in just a moment. I actually didn't realize how long we had been going. We're at about 30 something minutes right now. So I think I'm going to stop here for now. I will start working on this though, and then when we come back, we'll kind of look at it before the fusion reactor. I mean, it really is not going to be a difficult trap. It's just going to be them falling into a 2 block high thing like I have there. But I don't know. I'm going to play around with it and try and get it working. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.